What is going on, YouTube? Savage here. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope that Warzone is treating you well. Now, the objective of this channel is to put ourselves in the shoes of a variety of skill levels, from bronze all the way up to masters, analyzing professional players all the way to the bodiest lobbies on earth. And what this does is it gives us a better understanding of how other players that we play against are actually playing the game, so we can prepare for that, as well as kind of identifying mistakes that we're witnessing that we may be doing ourselves, so that we can hopefully improve our gameplay in Warzone. Now, in this gameplay, we will be analyzing a viewer submitted gameplay, but the importance of this video is the fact that it's a diamond lobby with what seems to be very low tier bronze players. But guys, let me know for yourself what you think this lobby should be classified as. Hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you watch it entirely, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, here we are now spectating my dude C-Dub, and we are in pursuit of this poor son of a bitch. I mean, I think this is pretty self-explanatory right here, right? Don't you guys agree? C-Dub, bro, look. That aim, though. Savage, you're being mean. I'm sorry, C-Dub. He told me, it literally says, Savage, slay my game in the top-hand corner. There we go. Whoa, bro, it's way too early in the match to be that upset. Holy shit. All right, go ahead and play it up, and we're off. All right, so to be fair, we've landed in a decent spot, even though we were in pursuit of somebody. Just so happened that we ended up in a good position. Normally, if you guys are chasing after people who are parachuting in at the start of the game, they usually lead you to some random ass compound where it's going to be a very slow game for you. So we kind of got lucky chasing somebody landing at a decent position. All right, now first up, I respect the drop shot, but our plates were already broken. We're in a very bad position. In a position like this, when you guys are starting a fight and the enemy has the drop on you, like right now, this is the point where you say, holy shit, I'm gonna turn tail and run. You have to analyze these things almost immediately. If you look at a player and you're still kind of doing something else and he's already locked in on you, like as you can see, he's definitely ADS. This is where you just kind of back up, turn around, go around the corner, change positions, and re-enter the fight. I never want to enter a fight unless I absolutely have to, where I don't have the drop on the enemy. Now, leading to the drop shot. Our plates are broken, and yes, the drop shot did prevent him from killing us. For some reason, he didn't just aim down. But the thing I don't like about this is right now we are technically one, maybe two tap, depending on the weapon. And we are laying prone with our head and our entire body exposed. I don't like this. Again, in a position like this, instead of drop shotting, I would have just bailed behind the corner, pop that last plate, pop that reload, and again, enter this fight at a different angle and hopefully have it drop on the enemy. Remember, guys, just because you see the enemy doesn't mean you always have to instantly start shooting at them. Now, there are certain positions where you're cut out in the open and you have no cover that you could turn around and run behind. And in that position, yes, do everything you can in your power, drop shot, bunny hop, whatever it is, in order to kill the enemy. But while we had cover next to us, we should have utilized it a little bit better. Not just for that reason, but a lot of times you guys are gonna get these close range combats with one enemy and instantly another enemy is gonna be on your ass. So if you're laying prone, even if we would have won that gunfight, we could have been third partied relatively easy. You want to maintain movement if you can at all times. All right, so we finally got our loadouts drop, and now we have a bounty to go push. See what kind of class we end up getting. All right, SMG Kar98 combo, beautiful. Not my preferred, to be honest. I like to rock an assault rifle with my Kar98 or sniper rifle. All right, something I'm noticing right now while we're in our scope, we're scanning for a little bit too long. Not a huge deal, but the longer you sit in your scope for, the more chance the enemy has to see the glare in your scope, as well as you getting shot for sitting kind of still from enemies behind you. And as I'm pushing the building, I'm gonna probably take another quick ADS just to see if I can see him peek in the windows. But here we are now pushing up the building with dead silence. Now the enemy should be in panic mode right now. I'm pretty sure we just jumped off of where he was at. I think he's right there actually. On the second floor. So yeah, you can hear him running to the stairs right now. There he is. All right, heartbeat sensor. I'm gonna be honest, no reason for it in that situation. Now let me know in the comments below if you disagree, but here's my argument. One, we know he's in this building, right? Two, we can hear him. We literally hear that he's to our northeast 60, but for some reason we still heartbeat. Why? To know what floor he's on? That's not gonna help. So in that situation, you got caught out with your heartbeat. You could have started shooting at the enemy, then got the kill, and not be forced to go in this position where we could possibly die. Small things like that, guys. Stop using heartbeat sensors when you don't really need to. It's just out of habit at that point. That information from the heartbeat sensor would not tell you anything different than what your ears were telling you, because you would not have known what floor he was on from the heartbeat sensor anyway. Now, he didn't shoot his gun for some reason. I think his fingers broke or some shit. All right, here we are now pushing into the buildings. I do like the fact that we're going to a whole other building. You can roof jump these two buildings. If for whatever reason there wasn't a second building next to it, of course, go up the opposite staircase. And again, this is very basic knowledge, but a lot of the times we spectate randoms, they don't do that shit.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Now that's kind of ballsy. I respect it, but it's kind of ballsy. I would have just ADS with the LC-10 and gotten the kill off on him then, because if for some reason he happened to be a cracked out player and just didn't look, then all of a sudden said to himself, I'm gonna actually look to my right hand side. He snapped on you and we would have been mid transition trying to line up for that perfect headshot. It could have costed us our life. All right, we got more money. It looks like we're going to the buy station right out in the open field. Again, not a huge fan of that. I hate that area. Okay, we're going for the bounty. Never mind. Respect. Utilizing the building jumps to get to the top. See, a lot of people in this position would just go to the top of the airport and then jump down on it. But you imagine how much wasted time that is. All right. Y'all both got caught out in the open while both rotating and transitioning to a different position. It is what it is. Whoever's faster with their shot in that position is the winner of the fight. Nothing really major to that one. All right, so cool. So we're going to the buy station over by airport, not the one that was in the middle, which I was worried about. Great read for sure. I can't tell you guys how many times I see players just run to the buy station in the middle of the open field when there's other buy stations next to them. Oh no. Okay. As far as the enemy's concerned in that one, bro, if you're getting shot at, don't just turn around and run straight. That's, you gotta zigzag, you gotta jump, vault. I don't care if you Fortnite jump, do something. Don't just walk. Basically walk right to us. All right, so we kind of messed around in airport for a little too long. I'm gonna be honest, we were sitting there for so long, and now the bounty has expired by the time we finally got here. Granted, we'll still be able to get the kill, hopefully, but we won't get that bonus. Now, as far as this fight's concerned, the moment we walked up the staircase and that bouncing Betty went off and it broke our armor, what do? You don't run right to the enemy who's looking at the doorway. We knew damn well he'd be camping in this corner. Of course he will. That's what all campers do. So the fact that we literally just blew through that and relied on just our gunplay was kind of crazy, because again, time to kill is so fast. All you had to do was hit you twice and you were dead. No matter how good your aim is, if the player can get lucky with 2 shots in a matter of a second, you're not gonna win that fight. So I was pretty ballsy. Look at this. See? We'll just kind of entertain the gulag. There's really no tips to gulag. This is old-fashioned 1v1. Utilize the audio. Try to read what he's going to do. We notice the flash comes out from the bottom story. We know exactly where he's at. Fall back to cover. Utilize the stun. Jump back out and catch him when he's out in the open. Pretty basic shit. All right, here we are falling on a scavenger. Now, doing scavs normally this late in the game, it's not the easiest task in the world, but in solos, it's not that bad because the circle's still relatively massive. So all of these players, the 34 players, can be spread out pretty far. I don't know exactly how big the circle is right now, but I'd imagine we're just now approaching the 3rd circle. We're having the 3rd circle start closing in, I should say. All right, now look at this. We need to get our loadout as fast as humanly possible. This is personal preference. This isn't a tactic. This is personal choice that I do. Don't do this shit. Dude, if it's this late in the game and I need to get my shit fast, I'm going to get it fast. I'm going to land on the scav, go to the next scav, go to the next scav. If you do all the scavs, you know you're going to get enough cash. Sitting here looting these broken ass boxes, you might get some cash, you might not. It's really a huge gamble and it's a time waster. And I do that from the mindset that I'm always getting chased, that I'm always being hunted, right? It's very rare when I'm playing the game that I get in lobbies where I can kind of just do shit like this freely. It's usually just action, 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 action. But again, Not really a tactic, just personal preference, and also how to always play paranoid as hell. All right, so approaching our last scavenger. Now we got to be careful right here because train station usually will have a camper in at any point in time. Buy station's not open yet, so that's a good sign. Doors are still closed, loot's still in front of it, armor, things like this. These are things that I look for around a building or in a building that give me a little bit more peace of mind, or maybe bumps up my red alert telling me, hey, there's a player here, or hey, maybe there's not a player here. All right, throw the loadout inside so it lands on the rooftop. Take the outer ladder on the right hand side, which is exactly what we're doing. Now again, just like with scavengers, we have to focus on getting our loadout. We heard footsteps to the left hand side, which is why he popped Deddy, just I guess out of paranoia. And now we're gonna come up here to try to get our loadout. All right, 2 vehicles playing bumper cars right there in the train area. We could kind of have fun with our Car 98 and third party this, but we're decided to stay focused on the target that we heard as we were coming up the staircase. So I can definitely respect it. Also be very careful when you're playing train station rooftop, because if you're on the ledge and you're trying to shoot targets that are outside of train stations, could be very easy for other enemies sitting on maybe Promenade East rooftops to shoot you in the face while you're just sitting up there exposed. All right, so right now we're playing the rooftops, trying to clear the rooftops. Again, I'd be focused on another, never mind. I'd be focused on another objective to keep me going, to keep the momentum going. Again, guys, you don't want to ever get caught up. And a lot of players in this position think to themselves, well, shit, there's only 25 enemies left. I've made it pretty far in the game. I'm at a decent building. We're center of the circle. I'm going to sit on this rooftop and not do anything and just wait for enemies to come to me. The problem with that, again, is the longer you sit still, the greater chance you have to get shot in the face, or third party if you start another fight. Always maintain movement. I try not to ever sit on a rooftop or sit somewhere stagnant until maybe very in-game situation, just if shit like this, just in case the circle dictates that I need to play slow. The problem is, again, you can get caught up doing that at any moment in time. There's a chance you can literally pop up for 1 millisecond, shoot an enemy, jump off, and you get headshotted for sure. But the chances are increased if you're sitting on the ledge for 15 minutes staring at the same bozo running around and not doing anything. Make sure you're always maintaining movement. This is why I do not like the idea of holding train station rooftop in this situation. Granted, that's not what he's doing. He's going to the bounty. But again, this is what I spectate players doing all the time. And then example A that we just killed over there. Perfect timing. All right, vehicle pulling up the gas station over to our west hand side. Now we can or cannot fight him. That decision's up to you. We do have a bounty mark, so now we know where 2 enemies are at. In this position, you could push the gas station, which really wouldn't be a bad idea. If you guys are going for aggressive gameplay, that's the one for you. But if you guys want to play a little bit more passive and safer, pushing across that open area is a problem for 2 reasons. One, it's out in the open. If you revert your eyes to the mini map, right here is just open dirt road. I don't like the idea of running over there when it's this small of a circle, and that gas station's on the edge of the circle. If for some reason this enemy were to be looking your direction when you're caught out in the open, the chance of out shooting him is slim to none. Not to mention too, he may just get back in the vehicle and drive off by the time we do put ourselves in the open and go hunt him down. So again, the decision's up to you on how you want to play that. But in this position, I do like the fact that we're kind of playing it a little bit more passive just to go for the guaranteed kills. Look at this. How is that not a headshot, fam? Look at this, dude. This is why in the hell do players do shit like this? Not good enough elevation, changing our angle of approach, hopefully get a nice shot. Now that player's probably just sitting in the corner on the other side. What he should be doing right now is playing the left or the right side of that staircase, little hallway, rooftop building thing. Guys, if you are the type of player that when you get shot, you just go idle and scared and you don't want to peek and you refuse to peek, you're going to have a hard time improving. You guys need to learn to peek. Just don't peek too slowly, don't peek too quickly, and also don't peek too wrongly, right? You got to master the art of shoulder peeking and kind of just rotating on the enemy and trying to outplay him. All right, here we are, pushing the enemy, closing the gap. Now he is moving. I think he may have moved inside. He's probably just sitting behind on the rooftop, but we need to be very careful regardless. And I like the fact that we're going on the top of the building just in case he's in that doorway and we don't get shot. That's exactly where he's at. They got to be careful. You know he's going to be watching. As far as the enemy's concerned, damn, what a time to be popping a reload, bro. Wow, not really any. Damn. If you need to reload the gun, guys, again, don't stand next to where you're camping and you're hoping the enemy walks through. He was sitting on the staircase waiting for us to come to the door, and he happened to just sit there and just reload his gun. Guys, please stop sitting still on a ledge of a building on the rooftop leaving yourself vulnerable to get headshotted, and then sitting there wondering why you're always getting headshotted and how sniping's so damn easy in this game. Sniping is easy in the game, but it's actually easier just because players like this sit perfectly still and let us get headshots. Why am I so mad about that? All right, enemy's got the lower ground. We're gonna go ahead, jump off, get the nice aggressive kill. Props to the enemy for at least trying to push us and play aggressive as well. With him having a vault over not only the AC units, but the rooftop too, he's gonna lose that fight regardless, unless we happen to miss every shot. Now, whenever there's vehicles like this in the game, I love to just take shots on them, because when they're driving around areas like this, they're gonna start running into shit. So at this point, I'd probably pop up real quick, look at him, try to take a shot on the driver, and roll out. What is, okay. Guys, no, there is a big ass building right in front of this dude with rooftop, right? Look at the rooftop we're on. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna sit here in the corner, nobody can see me. When you guys, let's pretend for 1 second that we all want to play like a bitch, right? And all we want to do is put our back in a corner. Now let's think about the logic of this play. If you guys want to put yourself in a corner, make sure what you can see can't kill you, right? I mean, he's right out in the open, and then even though we shoot at him, he's just like, and he's still slow walking and sidestep and sprint. No, you do not do that. If you are getting shot at and you don't know where from, don't sit here and do this. You will lose the fight. And guys, look, there have been a couple people in the comments like, Savage man, he might be 7 or 8 years old. That's fine. He can get it too. Now we're looking for the enemy that was on the rooftop over here. There he is. Just no sliding, no nothing. Again, guys, slide canceling is also a great tactic for this. When you're running straight with a piece of cover your left-hand side that's this height, if he were to slide cancel, his head would disappear for a little bit. So in this situation, as you're running across, I'd run out in the open and I would slide the moment I hit cover, and then I would focus up, turn on the enemy, and try to outplay him. Right here, we're just... No! Stop it. We got vehicles driving out of bounds right now. I really need to stop analyzing C-Dub and start analyzing this lobby. This lobby is just like a sandbox of chaos. I don't know what the hell is happening right now. We literally have a vehicle driving around the open, getting shot at by multiple vehicles. He jumps out of his vehicle with no cover and he gets absolutely blown away. I could see that shit on the mini map. Literally, I just analyzed that entire fight using the mini map. That's how crucial the mini map is. You can literally imagine what's going on because of the pings and the sounds of the gunfire. The main problem I'm having right now is the fact that we've been on this ledge for too long, and I was kind of harping on that earlier. I want you to move around, change your position, because there could be a player to your right-hand side in that doorway. Oh, weird. Yeah, this right here, this rooftop, this building is something that I'm really worried about at all times. That doorway is usually occupied, especially in this perfect ending. It's meant for that. It gets you easy access to this rooftop while being able to watch the hill right here. And that's the second part. That hill can also see us, and that's a scary thing when it's on the edge of the circle. There's an enemy sitting crouched in a bush, just staring right at us. Sitting crouched, sidewalking, and driving in circles. That should be the title of the video. Epic plays Warzone 2020. Oh, you got lucky, bro. I've done that a couple of times. That's what sucks, dude. You go to vault on top of the ledge and it vaults you over, and then you lose your positioning, and the whole game's just botched from that point on. I have lost a few games because of that shit. All right, we got gunshots going over to our east-hand side right now. I'd be working my way to that rooftop. That way we can gatekeep them and see them. And not to mention, again, this is train station. Everyone's going to want to get the rooftop of this building because of where the circle's positioned. So you need to worry about the ladder behind us. You need to worry about the zip line that's all the way on this side of the building, as well as the staircases and the ladders on this rooftop as well. Ladders leading this guy right to us. Again, running straight, finally popping a slide right behind the AC unit. But this is an example of getting caught out in the open. The reason why we tell you guys you need to slide cancel isn't just for fight and combat. It is literally just for pure navigation. Because if you're sliding and you're moving, you're not an easy target. I mean, you still kind of are an easy target in the open, but you're not as easy. Even serpentining, this is a great tactic as well. Moving his way from cover to cover, trying to push to us. Now he needs to go ahead and pop up. Instead of him just running from AC unit to AC unit, he needs to try to get some shots off on us. This right here is not the way. When you're trying to get some shots off on a sniper and you have an assault rifle, you're gonna want to sidestep and peek that cover and try to get the shots off. That way, when you damage the enemy, hopefully he stops, plates up, and it gives you a little bit of an opportunity to get to better position. Oh! I didn't see that coming. All right, but we still have that guy below us. I'd still focus on that. Now, because we got sniped, I like that we're separating ourselves from the wall. We're putting ourselves back a little bit. That way we don't get shot in the head again. And I do believe he's on that other rooftop too. Yep. Oh, bitch. It's too close for comfort. Holy crap. All right, hopefully he's got some plates on him. Oh, yes. One. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so I don't know if we could make it, but this is what I would do. I would run into the gas, revert your eyes to the mini map. I would run into the gas, and hopefully my gas mask could last. And I would run all the way through here, try to hold this rooftop. If you really want to play passive, that's a very good way to secure a nice, decent win, because you're going to have position for a little bit. And then you can figure out where everyone's at. Based on the fact that the circle's so small, everyone's going to be shooting. And you'll know exactly where everyone's at. But if you wanted to play super aggro and kind of crazy, wouldn't recommend it. Jump down there and just slay like your Rambo. Hey, that's actually a fitting analogy now that the skin's out. Don't like this idea at all. Oh, you're Rambo, bro. All right, we have a guy in the we have a guy in that ticket booth right there. Yep. You know, nope. Hey, C-Dub, bro. So the reason why I don't like being on these things right now is because that rooftop to our back right-hand side is very vulnerable. Not to mention, you can get you're technically, I don't know if the people in this lobby have eyeballs or not, but you're exposed big time. So that means the other 4 enemies are camping so hard they can't see shit. You can get shot from the high ground, you can get shot from low ground, you can get shot from almost damn near anywhere, as long as the player's at least moving around trying to look. All right, so I know where 2 players are. I don't think he does, and I think he just got shot from the player I was calling out by the ticket booth. No! Well, that's who was shooting at us. That's not the guy that killed us. So this is what I'm talking about. Being up there, if they even look, bro, you're dead. There is no way about it. Again, the way to secure that win was to go around the rooftop. Hopefully your gas mask could last. And even if it didn't last, I don't believe your plates and health would have went away before you got out of that gas. But this is exactly what I was worried about. Now let's revert to the first guy. Now let's jump down here. This is the enemy that I think started shooting at us. And this is the guy I was freaking out about. You see movement right here. The moment he turns, that right there instantly told me Savage is the guy right there. Turn over there, go push his ass, kill that dude, and then move on. And then he peeks the second time and you see his footstep right there, or you see his footstep. You see his feet and his leg right there, and you see him move. Again, movement is crucial. A lot of players, most players look at a game, and when they're hunting for a player, they're looking for a face, they're looking for a chest, looking for guns, they're looking for that silhouette of an actual player. Don't do that shit. Look for movement. Anything that moves can get it, bro. Kill it, shoot it, make sure it's dead. Wolfpack, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If it did, again, leave it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel today.